guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Maximilian400 and today we're playing the Stanley Parable. Apparently there's 49 different endings to this. So I'm going to be making a series. In this first episode of the series, I'm going to be completing the game, just the game in general. So here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I think I'll be quiet in this bit.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
That's the name of the
Something that
game.
would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So apparently I read that you can close the door and stay here, but in this one we're just going to do whatever he says.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's go to the meeting room then.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm just going to do exactly as he said. I'm just going to do exactly as he says and hope I beat the game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Oh, you can't go downstairs if you're upstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. This is quite a big office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What's this keypad over here?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
That's what I was looking at earlier.
Truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Okay.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Am I meant to go down? I guess so. Let's see what happens then.
Descending deeper into the building,
okay, it's the right
Stanley
decision.
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, let's see what happens then if I just go around here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the endings, the escape bit. Okay, let's see what happens. There's a large button here. Do I press it? I do.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay, so when I press this button, let's see what happens.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on
Oh,
a
this
screen.
looks so weird.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm gonna press every button I see now.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
There's
Had
gaps in the
Stanley
fence
really been
here.
under someone's
That doesn't
control
look
all
safe.
this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What's it gonna say when I get in here?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Why is he going so
His own
fast?
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Apparently
And as
the mind
cold
control is
reality of his
offline.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
Do I
over
go up
another
here?
human life.
Let's just see what happens
For
if I go up
he
here.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So I'm assuming I just turn the machine like off. I don't want to turn it on, I want to turn it off, so... What on earth was that?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Oh, that's weird.
Was it over?
That sound, oh no, it's making me deaf.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
It's not
Stanley
even a
reflected
door.
on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
That's
That
true.
was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
It's not a door. Really though, is it?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Did I beat the
feeling
game?
of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him.
I think I beat the
This was
game.
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Hold on.
And Stanley was happy.
Oh, it just notified me. I did beat the game. Okay. Okay. I feel like we did pretty good there. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!